the guts of the making a prediction thing, because this is quite an important part that we want to get sorted this week as we move on. So we have the line of best fit, which is called the regression line if it's a straight line, and we simply ask the computer to come up with it, and it puts it in, and it does the best job a straight line can do of sort of summarizing the relationship between our explanatory across the bottom and our response, which in this case is our arm span and height. So this is our own generated data. If we're asked to make a prediction, and we will be, this is one of the sort of core skills we've got to show. If we're asked to make a prediction, in the assessment you'll get to choose where, but I've said, well, what if someone was 185 in the arm span? The reason I chose that is because there was a gap there and there wasn't sort of anyone. But that's not a brilliant reason for choosing. I just thought it might be helpful. As I said in the clip, before you do any calculations, go straight up from the 185 and go straight across. And so we're expecting something in the 180 region. Okay, now the red formula here I've just typed in. And I've got their height. Now I've done a little bit of rounding. How much you round depends a little bit on the numbers you're using. Because the numbers we're using are all between 100 and 200, I can round a little and it won't make much difference. If I was doing like that original data set we looked at with the house prices and everything's in millions, if I round my multiplier too severely, I can start changing my answers quite a bit. So it really depends on the scale of these numbers here, how much impact rounding is going to have. So I've gone to 2 decimal places in terms of that 0.64704. I could have left it all in, times the arm span, plus, and I've just rounded that to 60 because it's pretty close. And I'm only going to go to the nearest centimetre anyway. So if I take that, what I've got to put in my calculator, if I've got that copied, or have I got that copied? I'm not certain. Copied. What I'm going to do is I'm simply going to replace arm span by 185. That's all. So I'll go to my calculator, 0.65 times 185, and I've done that part. Plus on the 60, hit the equals again, and there's my prediction. So my visual prediction was it's going to be somewhere around 180. My actual calculation, so my actual prediction is 180.25, which I would round to 180 because when we're talking about things like height, we talk to the nearest centimetre. That's the level of rounding. That would be sensible for the context. So that's how we use the formula. The formula can be a little more complicated if it's quadratic, but we'll deal with that later. The key thing initially is to be able to do that for a straight line. Okay.